I have got 7 days for my exam and I'm clueless what I should be doing for the next 7 days. What strategies should I follow? What routine should I go with so that I get my desired scores after my 7th day? Well, if you belong to this category, then trust me, today's video is the one that gives you more insights on how to plan for the next 7 days if your exam is on the 8th day. If you want to make most out of this video, make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on the last 7 days subject wise strategy to score that 90 and my honest plan. And today I'm including both PT Academic and Core as well. Before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. And anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We'll left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. When you have just 7 days left for your exam, you basically cannot go into all the things in detail. All you need is the shortcut, the things that work, the things do not work, and what kind of routine should I follow. Probably 2 hours a day or 1.5 hour days, what the information that you need, and this is what you get in today's video. So what we're gonna do is all the 20 modules for the PT Academic and all the 19 modules of the PT Core I will be talking about very quickly, give you what works, what doesn't work, what you should be doing and what you should not be doing, which template works, which template doesn't work, what are the strategy and how much time you need to practice, should you practice or not. Like this I will be telling you for all the modules. Let's quickly start with the read aloud. You got to add naturality. Yesterday I was listening to an audio from one of my students. Everything is perfect but naturality is missing. Read aloud, the person speaks perfect but describe image, no naturality, because the person watches the image and speak. So now if you have got 7 days left for your exam, or let's say 10 days left for your exam, these are the things that you need to identify. Remember, whatever the way you speak in the read aloud, the same way you are supposed to speak throughout the speaking section. Read aloud, the ocean stretched out endlessly, its surface a deep shimmering blue that blended seamlessly with the sky above. Waves lapped gently against the shore, the soft whispers a constant lullaby that seemed to soothe the soul. Perfectly people speak without any hesitation, without any fumble, no intonation, exceptional, perfect naturality, perfect speed. But describe image. Firstly, it is evident that from the image we can easily observe that now gone man, how the marks will come. So pay more attention, whatever the way you speak in the read aloud, the same way you are supposed to speak throughout the exam. Can I skip any difficult words in the read aloud? Definitely yes, but not in the best case. Worst case, definitely 1 or 2 words you can skip, but try to speak everything correctly. Can I read one line? I am not a huge fan of it, so I never suggested, even in today's video as well, I am not suggesting you to go with one line in the read aloud. Can I speak really fast? At your own risk. You speak fast here, what about describe image? Think about it and do the actions. Can I speak very slow? You speak very slow, your marks will go down. Whatever the way you speak, make sure you speak naturally. Right now I'm talking to you naturally. Am I fumbling? Am I hesitating? Am I going fast? Am I going slow? I'm going at a comfortable speed. The speed I am comfortable with, and I'm not going with any intonations. All these things keep in your mind when you practice. 10 minutes a day should be more than enough. Don't have to really practice a lot for read aloud, because towards the end I'll be giving you a routine wherein you will be reading 1 hour of a novel or a newspaper. There the read aloud practice is covered. 10 minutes a day, keep these things in your mind that whatever you do in the read aloud, you got to do same things in repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture or respond to a situation. Remember this. Now quickly move on to repeat sentence. Whatever we told for read aloud, same thing gets applicable here. It's naturality, no hesitation, fluency should be perfect, rhythmic. You cannot go very fast, you cannot go very slow. A natural, comfortable speed. But what about the content? Can I skip the words? Pearson themselves says, if you give 50 to 60% of the content correctly, you're almost gonna get full marks. Don't have to worry, but consider this only in the worst case. For a 5-word audio, don't speak 2-3 words. You will get 0. So apply this, speaking half or speaking 50-60% only for a lengthy audio, not for a very small audio. Meaning the strategy here that you need to know if your exam is just after 7 days is you got to listen to your capacity. For that you need to find out what your capacity is. If your capacity is 8 words, meaning up to 8th word I can listen and speak precisely without any problems. If the word length becomes 10 words or 12 words, that's where I have problem. I try to speak, I fumble. Then listen to your capacity. 13-word audio, don't listen to 13 words. You listen to 13 words, problem starts. Listen to only 8 words, 9 words or 10 words. Listen to your capacity. This is what you're going to practice for the next 1 week. And trust me, this is going to be easy. And you cannot skip the first part. You can skip the second or the last part, but first part never skip. You have tried this, we skip the first part. Things have gone down, so never skip the first part. Don't skip anything, but in the worst case you can skip the second or the third part, but not the first part. Remember this. One more important strategy here is not to go with the accent of the speaker, but copy the speed and the pauses of the speaker. The speaker is speaking something like, please come to the next seminar, properly prepared. After seminar, there was a pause. You also go with the same pause. Please come to the next seminar, properly prepared. Just as same as the speaker in terms of the speed and the pauses, not in terms of the accent. Accent is not required. Describe image here as well. Fluency is the king that matters the most. So you got to add naturality, no fumbles, no hesitation, no intonations. How about I give every content perfectly, but my fumbles and hesitations are too high? Do I get marks? Big zero. So it's the fluency that wins the race. Now whatever the way you did in the read aloud, the same way you're going to speak, even in describe image. Let's do a quick checklist. Generic template, can I use? No. Can I use a keyword template, meaning lines of the templates ending with one word, one word, one word, one word, or 1-2 words, word, comma, word, comma, word, word, comma, word, word, comma, word, comma, word? No, you cannot use it. Use a new structure that I've shared in multiple videos. Here as well, I'm gonna show you with one particular demo for a particular question. Speak for 20 seconds? No. This checklist, no, not yes, it's no. Speak at least for 25 to 30 seconds. Can I go very slow? Can I go slow? Can I go fast? You have your answers. In read aloud, the same answers, you bring it here. Whatever the way you spoke in the read aloud, the same way you're going to speak, even in describe image. So what is the strategy? Very simple, you can speak anything from the image. But when you speak, don't fumble, but speak from the image. 25 seconds preparation time you get. Just look out for 3 sentences or write it down or speak those 3 sentences, and during 40-second execution time you speak with the structure those 3 sentences perfectly without hurting your fluency or the pronunciation. All I want is a swift flow. The way you spoke in the read aloud, it should sound the same. But people go behind the content, as a result they fumble. Don't go behind the content, meaning 20% content is enough. The rest 80% of your brain's capacity should be focused towards the fluency. Let me show you a small demonstration. So if this is the image, how I'm gonna end up speaking, let's check it out. But trust me, yesterday I just spoke this for my Instagram channel. I have actually forgotten, have not seen what is inside it. All I can see is how a bike works. Which order should I go? Doesn't matter, just speak. The image provided is a picture that gives information about a bicycle and how a bicycle works. Firstly, it is evident that frame divides rider's weight between front and the back wheels, and this actually leads to equilibrium. Conversely, the large wheels multiply, meaning speed up the pedaling speed. This will also come with the friction brakes turning the energy into heat. Another interesting point is the pedal cranks will actually increase the pedaling force, and this spokes will actually share equally the rider's weight evenly. Overall, this image illustrates the beautiful process of how a bike works. Is it so difficult? If you try to think that, okay, this guy is not speaking, like logically, then you're making a big mistake. Logic is not required. It's a computer. Try to speak whatever you can from the image. Don't have to worry too much about the interpretation. Okay, so 10-15 minutes a day, like 7 to 8 images, more than enough per day. And repeat sentence, I think I missed it. That's also around 10 to 15 minutes a day, should be more than enough. Where you should be focusing or giving more of your time is towards enhancing your skills. Reading a novel, listening to a podcast, there you give more time, here you give less time. Understand the approach, what to be done and what not to be done. You will have a beautiful score in your score report on the 8th day. Retell lecture, let's understand, this is for the PTE academic. Same way, the fluency is the one that wins the race. At naturality, no fumbles, no hesitations. You should go at a rhythmic speed, not very fast, not very slow. Go at a natural, comfortable speed. Now let's have some checklist. Speaking only keywords? No, 100% no. Speaking some 4 to 6 phrases? Definitely yes. You gotta write some phrases. When you speak, don't worry about the grammar. Don't worry about the logic. Don't worry about whether you're making sense or not. And use a new template that I've already given in the previous multiple videos. Here as well, I'm sharing it. But remember, don't have to practice a lot. It hardly contributes some 10 marks if you get 2 questions, not more than that. But this being an integrated module, meaning it contributes 10 marks towards your speaking and 10 marks towards your listening as well. 2-3 questions a day is more than enough. And whenever you practice for Retell lecture, practice for summarized spoken text as well. It's the same audio. Here you got to speak, there you got to write. Correct? With one stone, we're going to kill 2 birds, something like that. So this is the template that I've shared in the multiple videos. The lecture discusses. In the beginning, the speaker explained about, later the speaker said, here the speaker also mentioned. In conclusion, the lecture effectively is summarized, or any other template is fine, but try to have a shortened version of a template, not a very lengthy template, because templates are not accepted now. From November 4th, it should be a structure and not a generic mechanical kind of template. Now, we'll quickly move on to respond to situation PTE core. Those who are for PTE Academic can skip this for the next 2-3 minutes, and then we will continue with the rest of the modules. Respond to situation, whatever we did for the read aloud, the same thing holds even here as far as your fluency is concerned. At naturality, no fumbles, no hesitation, go at a rhythmic speed, a constant rhythmic speed, not very fast, not very slow, go at a natural, comfortable speed. Whatever the way you spoke in the read aloud, here as well, you're going to speak the same. Let's have some checklist. Writing only keywords, 100% no, it is not going to work. Speaking at least 3 to 4 some lengthy sentences, definitely is. This probably contributes, same as with a lecture, like 5 to 10 marks towards your speaking, or 5 to 10 marks towards your listening. 2 question comes, 10 marks to speaking and 10 marks to listening, or 1 comes, 4 to 5 marks to speaking and 4 to 5 marks to listening, and not a huge priority. So 3-4 sentences if you write should be more than enough. Use my template. And when you speak, don't worry about grammar, don't worry about logic, don't worry about whether you're making sense or not. You go behind all these things, trust me, you start fumbling, marks will go down. All you got to do is remember the evaluation criteria is with respect to 3 components. First is content, second is fluency, third is pronunciation. Where is the grammar? Where is the logic? Where is making sense? Not there. It is just sitting here. Take it out. Take it out and throw it out. Just be a free soul and just start speaking. So this is the template. Hi Professor, hi Mr. Smith, whatever they've given in the question. Firstly, it is evident that, then it seems that, therefore I would request you to 3 write little lengthy ones if possible. Then in the end you can just add it up. This not only helps me to fulfill my aspirations, but also pushes me to believe it's a second chance for me to work hard towards it. If you don't want to speak this, it's totally fine, you can speak on your own. But if you're running out of sentences, because hardly you get some 20 to 30 seconds, not more than that. So by looking at a scenario, you got to think and write some 3 sentences, which would not be easily possible. So if you've written 4 to 5 phrases, just speak. Therefore I would request you to 3rd phrase, 4th phrase, 5th sentence. If you have not written much, then go with this last line. This extends your time. At least for 25 seconds you got to speak. 2-3 questions a day should be more than enough for the next 7 days. Understand the approach and just execute them. The next is answer short question. The next 7 days, don't even touch, don't even have to pay someone the money for the repeated questions. It is not going to give you scores. You listen to a question, you know the answer, you speak the answer. You don't know the answer, speak something relevant to the question. You don't know anything from the question, repeat the question or click next. This is not going to give you scores. We have tried and tested this. Max to max, 1 mark to speaking or 1 mark to listening, this may contribute. It's not worth taking a lot of time, tension, and study that for the next 7 days. Remember this. After this, we move to summarize written text. The technique for summarize written text with respect to PTE Academic and Core remains the same. Just the word count, the form differs. Let's talk about PTE Academic first. Summarize written text, you should not write on your own. Now have the checklist. Can I write something on my own? No. Can I write synonyms? No. What I should do? Copy paste. If the copy paste button works, well and good. Otherwise, you type on your own. What are the sentences you are seeing on the screen? Copy paste 2 full sentences, between them add a connector, comma, and or but, or whatever you want. Towards the end, put a full stop. Connectors can be coordinating conjunctions like fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, at, so. Or you can also use subordinate conjunctions, but you should know how to use them, like although, though, even though, since, if, as, despite, in spite of. Anything is fine. Whatever the things that you see in the paragraph, same thing you retain without changing any words. For PTE Academic, if you're talking, write between 5 to 75 words, but ideal word count would be around 40, 45 or 50 should be more than enough. Should I practice for this module? No need to practice. You know the strategy, directly apply. Absolutely not required to practice. Essay. Alright. Essay, avoid using 1 word template. Now have the checklist. 1 word template, avoid using it. Keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword kind of templates, avoid using it. Then what kind of template should I use? I've been telling the same things since ages. Use the same template which allows you to write 5 sentences on your own with a mixture of simple, compound and complex. And when you write, there should be absolutely no scope for grammatical errors, spelling errors. Should not happen. Content, read the question and whatever that comes to your mind you write. Don't completely write off topic. If the question is about forest conservation and you're writing about the education, vocational courses, job offering in IT industry, then probably software will give you low scores. As long as you speak something relevant to the question, should be more than enough. But proofread for spelling and grammar. Now for the next 7 days, whenever you're practicing essay, 1 essay a day should be more than enough, or alternate day you can write. If you're very confident, then 1 essay a day more than enough, but try to write essays. If you have this fear of this template, or if you have this fear of making spelling and grammatical mistakes, make sure to finish the essay in 15 minutes. 20 minutes is the total duration. 15 minutes you have to finish. Even if your typing speed is slow, improve on it. Everyday practice. The remaining 5 minutes is where you're going to proofread for spelling and grammar, because when you type, many times students end up making spelling mistakes. That should not happen. Remember, 1 or 2 spelling mistakes can cost you more than 2 to 3 marks. If you made 10 spelling mistakes, then there is no point in saying I used the right template. You're going to get 0 from here, essay writing towards your writing. Now let's quickly talk about PTE course students as well. If you're for PTE Academic, quickly you can forward it for 2-3 minutes, or you can just listen to me as well. Email writing, use the template that I'm going to show right now, or I've showed in the previous many videos as well. I'm going to show it in just a while. Write 3 sentences on your own with a mixture of simple, compound and complex, same as essay writing. Here as well, the same thing. Proofread for spelling and grammar. At any cost, there should not be any spelling. Every day if you can, write 1, otherwise every 2 days once, alternate days you can write 1. If you want to join a course, you can join us. We will help you give the feedback. If you don't want to invest on a course, you can use our guru, the Baba ChatGPT, and get it fixed, the grammar and spellings. So this is the template that I framed. 100 to 120 words is what I would recommend. They have written 50 to 120 words, but write more than 100 words. Remember this. There could be a different template for formal and informal. For the formal one, dear, I am writing this because my name is dash and dash. 3 sentences. Firstly, I would like to inform you that. Furthermore, it's important to note that. Last but not the least, 3rd sentence. I hope these suggestions or whatever, the problems or whatever you have told will help. Or you can say, I look forward to your reply, or you can say, I look forward to your actions. Regards, or respectfully, you can write your name, designation or phone number or place. You can just write and finish it off. If it's an informal email, then you can say hi or hello or hey, hope you're doing good, how is your family doing? The reason I'm writing is, first sentence. Also, I wanted you to let you know that, second sentence. Another thing is, 3rd sentence. 3 sentences. Talk to you soon. Regards, Nakul. Write your name. It's simple, but make sure no spelling mistakes, no grammatical errors, and follow these conventions. Email conventions play a very, very important role in your email writing for PTE Core. For PTE Core, if we talk about summarize written text, same thing, copy paste whatever we told for PTE Academic. Similar rules will be applicable here as well, but make sure to write between 25 to 50 words. Take 2 random full sentences, not half. Don't cut them into half. Take 2 full sentences between the matter connector, comma, AND towards the end, full stop. 25 to 50 words, 45, 46 words, more than enough. Do you need to practice for summarized written text? Absolutely not required. You know the strategy, directly implement in the exam. Next comes the reading section. Remember, you're going to skip, choose single answer and choose multiple answer. These 2 you're not going to study for the next 7 days, or never you should be studying these 2 modules. Even in the exam, the moment you see them, just click one answer and move on. Choose single answer comes towards the end of the reading section, so don't have to worry. If you get time, you do it. But choose multiple answer comes probably in the 2nd place. After reading, writing, fill in the blanks, come choose multiple answer and reorder. Choose multiple answer the moment you see a question. Click one and quickly move on to the next question. If you don't do it, you will complain saying, I couldn't get any time or enough time to solve my reading fill in the blanks. Remember this. Reorder is not a priority. Do I really have to practice for reorder? That's quite a difficult question. I myself would recommend not to. If you know the strategies, you try doing it in 1.5 minutes. If you get the answer, if you're confident of it in less than 1.5 minutes, well and good. If you're not confident, randomly select and move on. But coming to the question, do I have to practice for reorder? Whenever you get time, you can, otherwise absolutely not required. If you're reading, fill in the blanks, and reading, writing, fill in the blanks are perfect, then reorder you don't have to worry. The worry comes only when reading, fill in the blanks, or reading, writing, fill in the blanks is not perfect. But reorder is not a priority. I would not recommend you to focus more on it. Check my 2 YouTube videos, reorder part 1 and part 2 I have made long time back. The things that I've shared there is very much valid, holds perfectly fine even for today's examinations or the difficult questions that you get in reorder. So you can just watch it and finish it off. Know the approach, try doing it. Don't have to really practice a lot. It may hardly contribute some 4 to 5 marks and not more than that. Now coming to reading, writing, fill in the blanks and reading, fill in the blanks, they are the gold and we should be the gold diggers. Correct? 50 marks. These two together contribute some 50 marks towards your reading section and some 25 above marks towards your writing section. Reading, writing, fill in the blanks contributes marks to your writing section as well. Now, how are we going to do this? Is a very big chapter. For the next 7 days, what you should do is apply collocation method, grammar method, clue method. These three you got to mix and do it. Some questions just use collocations, you're going to get like this. Some blanks use grammar, you're going to get like this. Some blanks where collocation and grammar is not giving you the right results, then go with the clues. You need to become that police officer like I always say. Correct? Simply the police officer will not say you are the killer. Correct? He will actually introspect, he will go behind the clues and try to think, oh, if this is the person who really did the crime or not. So you got to think, if this is the answer, why? Question mark. The next 7 days introspect. Check out my other YouTube videos with respect to reading, fill in the blanks. You get a lot of these things. So whenever, wherever you're practicing from, apply these things for the next 7 days. This is the one that helps you get a better score towards your reading and writing. So for the next 7 days, at least every day do 7 to 8 reading, fill in the blanks, and 7 to 8 reading, writing, fill in the blanks. Probably 15-20 questions is what I would recommend, which would definitely help you become more matured at solving these things, because the more mistakes you make, the more you understand and you gain more confidence. That's the whole idea about it. Now comes the listening section. There are 8 sections in listening for your PTE Academic, 7 for PTE Core. But remember, PTE Academic or Core, it's almost the same. What matters in the listening section is only 4 modules. Summarize spoken text, listening, fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. These 4 are common for both PTE Academic and Core. What about choose single answer? Click one and move on. Choose multiple answer. Click one and move on in the exam. Don't even practice for the next 7 days. How about highlight correct summary? I got to know from my friend that this contributes a lot of marks to reading. It won't contribute any marks. Click one and move on. Highlight correct summary is not there in PTE Core. Don't have to worry. Perhaps Pearson realized it is of no use, so they may have removed it from PTE Core. For PTE Academic, it comes, click one and move on. What about select missing word? Towards the end, beep, one beep sound will come. Don't have to worry. Randomly, if you see, you cannot click the next button until the audio ends. So you got to listen to the audio. Once the audio ends, don't take extra 40-45 seconds to figure out if this is the correct answer or this is the correct answer. That you should not do. If you get the answer, click that answer confidently. If you're not sure, randomly click one and move on. Don't have to even practice. So saying that, we have only 4 modules left. Summarize spoken text, listening, fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. Let's understand how to deal with them, the strategies that are working, not working, checklists. And for the next 7 days, how much you should practice. Summarize spoken text. Remember, when you write, you don't have to worry about logic, but all you got to worry is grammar and spelling. Content is not a huge priority, but yes, the content is similar to what we did in the Retell lecture. You got to write some phrases. Use the template. You can either use a Retell lecture template that I've shared in this video, or my old summarized spoken text template, which I'm sharing it here as well shortly. This also you can use. For PTE Academic, you're supposed to write between 50 and 70 words, but I would always recommend people to write at least 65 to 68 words if you're for PTE Academic. For PTE Core, it's between 20 to 30 words. I would always recommend people to write as much as possible, 28, 29 or 30 words. Now the checklist for summarized spoken text. Can I use that template which gives only one blank where I put one word? No. Can I use those templates which give me dash, comma, dash, comma, dash, dash, comma, dash, comma, dash, keywords, comma, very simple to write? No. Then I think I should use only those templates which allow me to write some sentences, phrases? Definitely yes. Same as Retell lecture here as well. So this is the template for PTE Academic, but again I'm telling you, you can use the Retell lecture template as well. The talk was about, firstly it was clear that, later we learned that, furthermore it represented the fact that, in the end the lecture highlighted that. Can I write without using templates? Definitely yes. I never used a template in 2017, 2018 when I gave my exam. I got 90 overall. So it's not the template that is giving you marks, as it is wrongly circulated in the media as working templates, non-working template. Template probably will help you to an extent to fill this. Contribute some 20 words out of 70 words, 20 words are here. It will actually help you to quicken the process, that's all. It is not going to give you any marks. 2-3 questions a day should be more than enough. 2 you can keep it for the next 7 days that you're practicing for. What about for PTE Core? Same strategy as the PTE Academic, but make sure to use a different template. Template 1 and template 2, let's say you've written really less, it's not even coming to 10 words. Then you can use this. The talk was about, firstly the speaker talked about, however it seemed that just 3 sentences, template itself covers 13 words. But if you've written really lot, then don't use the previous template, use the new one. The talk was about firstly, however. This probably you've written some 20-22 words on your own. Any of this you can use, but use 3 to 4 phrases. Try to write at least 1 compound sentences for a better marks towards your grammar. Practice 2 questions a day should be more than enough for PT code as well. The next comes is listening fill in the blanks. Remember, listening fill in the blanks is very important. Approximately contributes some 15 marks towards your listening and 15 marks towards your writing, because you're listening and you're writing. 30 marks you can consider from this module, and people have actual problems here because of their listening skills and spellings. So every day you should do a spelling test now. Every day you should do a listening skill activity so that you don't complain saying, I couldn't catch that word. If you have problems in listening fill in the blanks with respect to the accent, you will have problems in repeat sentence, retell lecture, or respond to situation for that matter, summarize spoken text. Entire listening, even right from dictation. So I would recommend some 5 questions a day, 5 to 6 questions a day of listening fill in the blanks would be instrumental for the fact that it contributes some 30 marks in total, considering the listening and writing both. Then comes highlight incorrect words. Remember, there is a negative marking. This is the only section that has negative marking. There could be choose multiple answer and all, but we are not even considering that. This is the only section that has negative marking. Highlight the incorrect word. You're going to select the words which are incorrect. But there could be one more word which is incorrect and you did not select them. At that point of time, you don't have any negative marking. Negative marking comes in, creeps in, only when you have selected a word which is not even an incorrect word. The word is properly told correctly as you read, but you selected that by mistake. That gonna be -1. So in doubt, don't select. But these are the simple modules that you got to be really perfect at if you're aiming for 90 overall. 3 questions a day should be more than enough with respect to highlight incorrect words for the next 7 days. Then comes write from dictation. There are a lot of rumors circulating. Don't worry, you can add extra words. You can add extra spellings. We tested this, it is still working. If there are any changes, I am going to help you out with it. Grammar doesn't matter. What makes the difference in write from dictation is only that spelling of the word. If the exact word matches, you have to get the scores, and people are getting it. So don't have to worry, but it's more of listening skill than of adding extra words or tips and tricks. If your listening skills, meaning whatever the audio that you listen to, you should send it here for the brain to process it. What people are doing, they listen directly, hand gets a signal to type, that's it. They're memorizing it. Now when you memorize, adding extra words, extra spelling, whatever you do, marks will not come, isn't it? So if your listening skills are perfect, meaning your strategies are perfect, meaning you're listening, sending it to the brain for processing, dividing them into multiple phrases, divide and conquer. First phrase, second phrase, third phrase, I understand, and then put them together. If this is what you're after, then yes, after doing this, you add extra words, add extra spellings, articles, the, a. Things will fall in place. Now, how many write from dictation should I practice? Practice as much as possible. Some 10 to 20 questions a day would definitely help you get a grip on write from dictation. So in a nutshell, the things that we need to focus is only 6 modules. Read aloud, repeat sentence, reading fill in the blanks, reading, writing fill in the blanks, listening fill in the blank, and write from dictation. And these things test your skills. So you got to accordingly divide your time into enhancing your skills as well. 1 hour of reading activity is a must for the next 7 to 8 days, no matter what. If you have more time, then make sure you read probably for 2 hours or 3 hours as well. Read a novel, read bbc.com or whatever you want, whatever that lay on your hands. Then 30 minutes of podcast, iheart.com, adaptenglish.com or YouTube, anywhere, just start listening. In the YouTube, you can increase the speed to 1.25x or 1.5x in the settings. That way you get to listen to faster audios, and also choose your accents, the podcast that you choose, right? Let it be of varied accents, so this way you get comfortable with different accents. And after this, at least some 5 to 6 spelling tests, at least some 30, 40 words or 50 words you need to practice. In our course, every day we have a spelling test at 3 p.m. Indian time, and so far some 800, 900 tests, meaning some more than 10,000 words we have covered, and it's keep on continuing. You want to join course, you can join, but you can use ChatGPT as well to get as many spelling tests as you want. And there is one game called Duel and Back. Play this game if you get a chance. It may not be very straightforward in the beginning to understand it, but if you're dedicated, determined to learn it, definitely you would go to YouTube to learn how to play the game. Once you do that, trust me, this game will take you to heights. It helps you improve your working memory. When this improves, when this expands, APT is nothing, man. So at least 10 to 15 minutes a day you play the Duel and Back for for the next few days, you will definitely see a very good score in your exam. All the very best if your exam is very nearby. With this, I'm gonna park the video. This is Nakul and AKUL Nakul signing off from Skills PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thanks much for being a part of the video. Thanks much.